oxytocin. To me, this is the attachment hormone. This is the love hormone. And it is paired with food. Duh. Because the whole lactation process is driven by oxytocin. And so the feeling of joy and pleasure in feeding and eating, just think about babies who have difficulty with lactation. There's already a disruption right there in the pairing of oxytocin and satiation. So it can be, think about all our preemies. Think about all of our babies who have difficulty at the beginning with this process. So unconsciously, at a very primitive level, the sense of relationship, I think of relationship to food as being an aspect of relationship with oneself. And so when I think about this attachment chemical in the mix, it's going to interrupt my relationship with myself. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, let's just broaden that up a little bit more. Some neurodiverse brains have less oxytocin in them. Kids on the spectrum, I'm looking at the number of papers in front of me here, who have low levels of oxytocin endogenously in their epigenetic signature in their brain. They don't get their same bang for their buck out of their oxytocin. This is another factor that plays in to the desire to eat biochemically. So the same chemical that sometimes interrupts social connection for kids on the spectrum is the same chemical that interrupts the drive to have a relationship with myself. One of my neurobiology heroes is a gentleman named Ramachandran. And Ramachandran has looked a great deal at mirror neurons. Monkey see, monkey do neurons. And when you take a newborn who is just beginning to see and you stick out your tongue, the little baby will go stick out their tongue. And we see that I have seen that in the lab with monkeys, but babies do it too. And this relies on the oxytocin felt sense. It is an interoceptive experience to see you do something. I feel it in here. We're wired that way. It's called a central pattern generator. So when I watch you smile, I feel your smile. When I watch you cry, I feel your cry. This is highly associated with eating. If I watch as an infant, this is, you're at the dinner table and you got your 7-month-old sitting in the high chair, for example, and all of your affective cues when you're eating are mirrored in the baby's brain. Isn't that fascinating? That's how different, I think, cultures learn their different loves of different foods, is based on what we see and watch. And this is wired in through that oxytocin system. So much more complicated than just taste, texture, and smell, isn't it?